Hey guys, Michael McJunkin here. Today I'm going to be reading aloud another story from James Marshall. Today's story is James Marshall's adaptation of The Three Little Pigs. So let us begin. Once upon a time, an old sow sent her three little pigs out into the world to seek their fortune. Now be sure to write, and remember that I love you. The first little pig met a man with a load of straw. I know, said the little pig. I'll buy your straw and build a house. That is not a good idea, said the man. Mind your own business, thank you, said the little pig, and he bought the straw and set about building a house, and it took him no time at all. No time at all doesn't always mean good. Very soon, a lean and hungry wolf happened by. The pig was just about his favorite food in the world, so he knocked on the door and said, little pig, let me come in." To which the little pig replied, "No, no, no, not by the hair on my chinny chin chin." That annoyed the wolf to no end, and he said, "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." "Go right ahead," said the little pig. You shouldn't have encouraged him. So the wolf huffed, and he puffed, and he blew the house in, and he gobbled up the little pig. The second little pig met a man with a load of sticks. "I've got it," said the little pig. "I'll buy these sticks to build a house." "I'd think twice if I were you," said the man. "Oh, pooh," said the little pig. "What would you know?" And he bought the sticks and went to work building a house. "Very pretty," he said. No sooner had the little pig settled into his pretty house than the wolf happened by, and he was still hungry, and he said, little pig, let me come in." To which the little pig replied, "No, no, no, not by the hair on my chinny chin chin." The wolf didn't care for that at all, and he said, "I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." said the little pig. So the wolf huffed, and he puffed. He puffed, and he huffed, and he blew the house in. And he gobbled up the little pig. Now the third little pig met a man with a load of bricks. "These bricks will make a fine sturdy house," said the man. "Capital idea." My good fellow," said the little pig. And so the pig bought the bricks and set about building a house. And unlike the other pigs, it took him quite a lot of time. A bit of time, but it was well worth it. "Nice and solid," said the little pig. "Nice and solid." But no sooner had the little pig moved in than he noticed that the wolf loitering about, and the wolf, who was still hungry, said, little pig, let me come in." To which the little pig replied, "No, no, no, not by the hair on my chinny chin chin." Well, the wolf had heard that before, and he said, "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." "Oh, don't do that," said the little pig. But the wolf huffed, and he puffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, and he huffed, and he huffed, until he was quite blue in the face. The house stood firm. He could not blow it down. "I'll try another approach," muttered the wolf. And he put on his most dazzling smile. "Oh, little pig, I was only teasing," he said. "By the way, I hear tell that the Farmer Jones has the most scrumptious turnips. Shall we go pick a few?" Oh, I'm much too busy now, said the little pig. What about tomorrow morning? Excellent, said the wolf. I'll come for you at 6. The next morning, the little pig got up at 5, hurried off to Farmer Jones's his turnip field, picked a basket full of scrumptious turnips, and dashed back home. When the wolf arrived at 6, the turnips were already boiling in the pot. Sorry, I couldn't wait. Wait, said the little pig. The wolf tried not to show his displeasure, as he thought of another way to get that pig. No harm done, he said. By the way, there is a lovely apple tree down in Merry Meadow. Should we go out help ourselves to a few apples? I must cook my turnips, said the little pig. Let's meet there tomorrow morning. Splendid, said the wolf. Shall we say at 5? The next morning, the little pig was up at 4 and went off for the apples. It took longer than he expected to reach Merry Meadow, and while busy gathering apples in the highest tree, he saw the wolf approaching. Oh, do try one of those apples, he called. And he threw the apple as far as he could, and the wolf chased after the apple. The little pig shimmied down the tree and made it safely home. And the next day, the wolf came again. Really, he was quite put out. There is a fair today on Hog Hill, he said. Would you care to go? Why don't we meet there? Said the little pig. Would 3 o'clock suit you? Colossal, said the wolf. There it is. 3 it is. Just to make sure he would be there at 2, the wolf thought. And at 1 in the afternoon, the little pig went to the fair and had a fine time. So fine that he lost track of the hour. Suddenly, out of the corner of his eye, he saw the wolf coming up the hill. Without a minute to spare, the little pig jumped inside an empty butter churn and rolled down the hill toward the wolf. Well, the wolf was so scared that he ran all the way back home. That evening, the wolf went to the little pig's house and told him how frightened he'd been by that great round thing that came down the hill. Frightened, did I? Said the little pig. That great round thing was a butter churn, and I was inside. This was simply too much for the wolf to stand. I've been nice long enough, he cried. I'm going to eat you up right now. And he climbed up onto the roof. When the little pig saw this, he put a big iron pot in the fireplace and quickly soaked up the fire. Here I come, cried the wolf. Dinner time! He came down and splash! You could say that again, said the little pig, and he cooked up the mean old wolf and gobbled him up. And of course lived happily ever after. Well, that was the 3 Little Pigs, and hope you guys enjoyed this adaptation. And I hope you enjoyed this read aloud, and I'll see you next time. See ya.